Welcome, Leo. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your November new moon reading. This is intended to support you for the first 2 weeks of November. It is in Scorpio, and it's happening towards the end of October, but this should be felt the first 2 weeks of November for you. Before we get started, I want to ask if this reading resonates for you, if this is something that is useful or helpful, to please like and subscribe to my channel. I appreciate all the ways that you support me and love the fact that I love what I do. So thank you for that. I'm going to get started, Leo, with your overall energy for the first 2 weeks of November. We have the Fool. It's interesting because Jupiter is stationing direct and Mars is stationing retrograde in November. So these two planets are moving, changing direction in a way that's going to allow us to use our strengths to strategize and support those areas where we're experiencing a slowdown or frustrations. And the full moon is giving me that sense that you are in a position to recognize your strengths in the big picture. You are attending to your deeper, more profound liberation as you continue to work on supporting others, finishing out ways in which you have not been as successful, and really creating some threads for others to follow or continue your relationship of support in the future. This is you really understanding that you are well prepared for what you are unclear is the target of your new journey, your new adventure, but you're ready. The faith in yourself gives you the confidence to know that whatever you encounter on this new adventure, you are more than able to handle. So substantial is your belief in yourself and your capacity to make what you need from what you have. In the 10th house, Leo, we have the Six of Swords. This is where you are moving away from a challenging situation, most possibly in your working life. This can also have to do with a community or a social setting where you have a position, perhaps you're working in an organization, whatever the environment is, even a domestic environment, a significant other, you are moving away from the difficulties you have been experiencing in that community. You have not felt heard or seen. Your ideas have not been recognized and have not been integrated into the situation that you have found yourself in. The frustration this has caused has been impelling you to move away from the chaos that you're experiencing. It's very emotional. It's very difficult leaving this situation because there's been a lot of investment of your best ideas, your best thoughts, your best inspirations. However, your desire to move away is going to give you not only the peace that you crave, but the acceptance to understand that this situation was and is necessary for your growth. In the first house, we have the Knight, the Eight of Wands. And this is indicating, Leo, lots of communication, lots of opportunities to share ideas, to make moves in concert with others that is going to have a phenomenal impact. And this is part of what I'm sensing is the energy of the Fool card, where you are completing, wrapping up, creating threads that will continue through your next adventure, the adventure for yourself that you are envisioning. In the fourth house, we have the Two of Cups. There has been significant connection swirling in your energy, Leo, for a while. I, as always, consider the relationship to self to be primary and to be the basis for all other relationships. So my sense is in your domestic environment, you or even your family of origin, you have an opportunity to unlock a sense of your higher purpose, to connect with who you are authentically, where you not only can express yourself creatively and freely, but where you feel good, where you're validated, where you're feeling safe in being who you truly are. And that is the energy that attracts others. The confidence of knowing that your connection with others is about the best part of you, the opportunities that will relay the best benefit to you in the long haul. You understanding that instant gratification does not advance you, does not fulfill you, but rather the ability to connect deeply, work together with an equal is what is building your own sense of potential, wanting more, seeing more possible for yourself. In the seventh house of significant relationships, we have a Two of Wands, and this is continuing this theme of deep connection. But in this instance, you are looking at your expertise, looking at the place where you are solid, where you know, are familiar with your strengths, your talents, what you know to be true. And you are looking to ways to expand that. You're looking at ways to stretch and develop into unfamiliar areas. This is you making a decision, but it's also you planning, really looking at what that unknown future is going to be and determined to quest in that direction, to move in the direction with confidence and a certain amount of curiosity, because you are using what you have developed, what you built in your character to envision what may be possible in the future. And that is as yet unknown. I'm going to clarify the Eight of Wands in the first house with the Chariot in the second house and the Six of Cups in the third house. Beautiful. You're asking for help all over the place, and your ability to ask for that help is correcting and harmonizing what may have been a pattern of overgiving in the past. You are healing that sense and that need to overgive, or it can be in the other direction. You may have allowed others to give to you selflessly without balancing or reciprocating in a way that feels valid or just. Whichever way the balance has gone, this is usually a card about overgiving. And this is where your sense of deeper connection to yourself is helping you to understand that you deserve the assistance you request and that you must make space in your life to receive. This is important because you are able to synthesize this conflicting sense of who should give, who should receive, where are the resources, where is my action best placed in order to develop this relationship, in order to harmonize this relationship with my intimates. Am I taking more than I give? Am I giving more than I receive? Quite often this card is about giving more than you receive. But whichever way it is, you are in a time of considering and equalizing your relationships, understanding that one pole is no more balanced than the other, and both are necessary to have a synergy that allows you to move forward, to be energized and motivated towards your goals of working together. The Two of Cups in the fourth house is clarified by the Ten of Swords in the fifth house and the Sun card in the sixth house. Where there's an opposition, duality thing going on here, Leo. You have really released a lot of your own negative patterns, and that is as a result of your ability to be loving and supportive of your potential, of your higher self, of recognizing that you are more and that you deserve more. But without the confidence to get it, you've had to release these negative patterns where you may have pushed love away or where you have felt yourself to be a victim one way or another. This is you really focusing on what makes you happy, and what makes you happy is being who you are. As a Leo, you have a natural ability to work with others, to lead others, but asking for help is something that has been more challenging for you. I do see you understanding that as you release all of these negative experiences from the past, all of these heartaches, hardships, disappointments, you have really made space in your life to receive, to be who you are, not to fulfill the expectations of others, which I'm getting a sense has really been controlling you in ways that you were not even consciously aware. So not having to be the hero, heroine, the goddess, the god that others want you to be. Leos are stunning, they're beautiful, they're sparkly, they're fun, and there can be a burden of having to represent, to be that all the time, when that isn't really who you are as a whole person. So you're really coming to that place where being yourself is more than enough. You have that sun, that love, that ability to not only work hard, but to make that work into play, to enjoy it thoroughly, to dig into your pleasure. And where those talents are, those are the things that you can be negotiating successfully with others around. Where you work, some collaborations, working with others, your team may be bringing you a lot of happiness, a lot of fulfillment. You may be having the opportunity to be a leadership on any team that you're on because you're able to inspire and motivate others as you ask for help. The Two of Wands in the 7th house is clarified by the Strength card in the 8th house and the Seven of Swords in the 9th house. What's interesting about this is that you have gone through a lot. You've been through a lot of back and forth in some kind of an opportunity to share resources with others. You have not been successful in your collaborations around finances, money, economics. You have not gained what you have invested in some of those collaborations from the past, or one in particular that you're dealing with. And this can feel a bit like a divorce, where you have invested so much into the sharing of resources and felt that it was just a struggle. You've had to overcome a lot of difficulties and obstacles in that area of your life. Part of it is back to this thing of being the recipient of gossip, being envied, people being jealous of you. Your response to that in the past may have seemed a little hostile. You are now understanding that despite the way you may have reacted to petty information, gossip, unkind words, criticism, that you've actually internalized that more than you reacted. And in fact, your reaction to it might have belied your sense of wounding and hurt that you may have experienced. Moreover, in the past, what others said about you, what others wanted of you, has affected you more than you may have realized. You have been imprisoned in many ways by the words, the ideas of others about who you are and what you should be doing. This is something that you are facing. You are understanding that from this feedback from others, and this could definitely affect you in your place of employment. You are picking your battles. You are considering the source of this information. You're no longer internalizing what others say or expect or need from you, but you are recognizing that you are not stopped by this. You are no longer stopping yourself from achieving something that's important to you because of what others have said, because of the impact others' words have had on your sense of clarity, your self-doubt, your insecurity. So this is saying that you're working through that insecurity in some clear way. You're understanding that it reflects others. It does not reflect you. And in doing so, it's not that people can't create real obstacles for you, but you can be dismissive of those obstacles because you understand that you're not creating things for others. You are creating abundance, love, and opportunities for yourself. I'm clarifying the Six of Swords in the 10th house with the Ace of Swords in the 11th house and the Hanged Man in the 12th house. You have gained tremendous clarity from the work that you are doing in community with others. Any associations, including your employment, but any groups you belong to, girlfriends, boyfriends, bowling nights, charity groups, church groups, all of those are giving you information that is not only countering the negative feedback of others, but as a result of your increased and more powerful relationship with yourself, you're understanding something new. You're receiving clarity about your place in the world, where you belong, your sense of belonging, something you bring with you, not something you seek from others. This is shifting your perspective powerfully. You are understanding that you are whole and complete as you are, that all of your efforts, regardless of whether they're assisted or not, are of a complete and whole person. But you're sacrificing some of that sense of pride and natural beauty and talent for greater understanding at this time. You're understanding that in order to get what you want, you have to see things differently. And part of what you're seeing differently is yourself. You're experiencing a new vision of your own empowerment, and thus your own victory, your own success. I'm going to finish off this reading, Leo, with a crystal spirit. And I pulled the pink sapphire. And if you give me a minute, I will look up the number 44. That may be significant to you. It is the number 8. And the 8 of Wands is in the first house. So 8 is a number of supreme success. Success well earned. Success you've worked for. So, as I pick through, here we go. I'm going to read the meditation of the pink sapphire. Pink sapphire teaches forgiveness and assists us in moving past old fears and into a space of being open to not only giving love, but receiving it as well. Meditation with this stone helps open the heart and ease the emotions, especially those related to relationship wounds. I'm going to leave it right here, Leo. Thank you so much. I hope this has been helpful. Until next time, namaste.